DPM, can you tell us a bit more about this booklet that's been given out right now to residents? Some of the issues have been highlighted on the cover page. Why these particular issues, and what is your message to voters?
Well, the government knows and understands the concerns of our people, whether it's on cost of living, or on housing, or immigration, or on healthcare, aging. So, since people have questions on this, and we've explained it, and we'll continue to explain this, so we thought that it's useful to simply summarize the issue and then highlight some of the measures that we have taken so far and the measures that we'll continue to take as time goes on to resolve or to help Singaporeans with the problems they face. For example, cost of living. I think the key point about cost of living really is that we must have a growing economy in order to people to have jobs, and with their jobs and over time with wage increases they can make a better living, then that can help cope with the cost of living. Of course, giving out grow and share package is one measure which the government has done, but we also make sure that we have people who are educated, better skilled, and then they can earn better wages.
And I understand after a long time, Bishan-Toa GRC is facing a contest. So how was it yesterday, and what are your plans going ahead for the next 8 more days to come?
Well, yesterday the nomination centre was, as usual, we filed our papers were accepted, and then by 12:30, no objections were raised, and then the returning officer or the assistant returning officer asked us to address our voters, and thereafter we went out straight away to put up our posters. In fact, from the time when I left the nomination centre to go back to my branch, my posters are already up in many of the lampposts. So we can see that we are well prepared, and that in the afternoon we went out to visit some of our units, met the residents. In the evening I came to the Toa Payoh MRT station and the bus interchange to also meet the residents of Bishan-Toa. And the response has been very good. People are very warm towards us.
And going forward, any rallies coming up soon for this GRC?
Well, we will plan it later, but meanwhile we'll continue with our house visits and our market visits, and also visiting our residents when they come back from work or when they go to work.
Well, the question was asked when we started our visits to voters. I told this young lady that we started as soon as nomination papers were filed, and they told us that yes, the nomination papers were in order of both sides. So what happened was when the moment we got the stickers, we quickly put up our posters to tell our residents that we want their vote because we have many plans for the next 5 years, and we want to upgrade it. So after that we started a house-to-house visit about 2, because by the time we left the school we started at 2, and then in the evening we came to the MRT. At night we had another house visit. And then this morning we are coming to the MRT. So for the next up to day 9 before the cooling off day, we will continue to do these activities. Our aim is to reach out to as many residents as possible, to tell them what plans we have for them for the next 5 years to build a better community and to upgrade our estate.
Can you tell us how the reception has been so far? I mean, you've been walking extensively on the ground.
Well, I would say that for myself, I've been in Toa Payoh Central and Toa Payoh East for the last 10 years. And over the last 10 years, I would say that for Toa Payoh and Toa Payoh Central, I have done house-to-house for every block. At least once. Some residents have seen me 2 or 3 times and they say, oh, I saw you just 2 years ago. So, of course, we are doing that. So, I would say the reception has been very warm. For DPM Wong, he's been here 27 years, so he's no stranger. So, these are just like meeting up with old friends, saying hello. When they see us, they say, hey, don't worry, you know, you have our full support, don't worry. But we just tell them that, oh, we work hard for you, and then you decide who can take better care of you.
You've are facing a contest after quite some time. So how are you preparing for it, and how are you feeling?
I think this is wonderful. I think it's very good to have a contest. It's very good for me, because it helps me to be very clear about what I'm telling voters why they should vote for myself in PAP. That's why it's very good. You may want to do many things, but even if you want to do it, you don't have an opportunity to say it in a clear way so that people can understand you and appreciate what you want to do. I think it's good for my grassroots activists because the branch members really come together and know what they're fighting for. We are fighting for improvement because the issue is not only about us. The issue is there is somebody who we believe cannot serve the residents as well, gets the mandate, then all our plans to improve their lives is no use. So I think that's very important. I think it's good for the people of Bishan and Toa Payoh because they get a chance to vote. So, but in terms of preparation, we've been doing this for the moment the last election. So we're very well prepared. We've been doing, as I say, house to house from the moment that we started. So I think this will be a good time. We are right in the thick of it, and it will be a very good 9 days. Very good 9 days. 8 days more.
Can you tell us a bit more about this? I understand that it says burning questions. I mean, I also understand it's been printed by the HQ, the party HQ. So what is your message in giving this out to residents? And cost of living seems to be on the first page.
Yes. Well, cost of living is an issue. We recognize that from many months that we've been pairing. So this particular pamphlet you're talking about sort of focuses on the issues that will be of concern in the immediate term, cost of living, housing, transport, and explains to people what they can do and also what we have been doing. For our residents in Toa Payoh, Bishan-Toa Payoh, what we have done is stepped up financial assistance to quite a lot of them, and I've told them that I understand the cost of living is going up, price of oil goes up, inflation goes up, will help you. The Grow and Share package will also help them, and if they need more help, if the situation gets worse, it goes up, the government will be there to help them.
How much confidence do you have to win the competitors? How do you think?
What we want to do is just work very hard for residents and let the residents decide. How confident you are, how confident the other side is immaterial. You must work very hard. As I said, it doesn't matter which side comes, which other party comes to contest. Our message is let's work very hard, focus on what we can do, not what the other side, whether you think what they think of them. It's immaterial to your voters what PAP thinks of its opposition. What's most important to the residents of Bishan and Toa Payoh is how are you going to improve my life? Can I trust you to be the government? Those are the two most important issues for this election.